Good morning, Eagle Eye on air. So we're going to start off a little different today. So we're going to start off with Mr. Brown on updates on construction.
Before construction, it is Bald is Beautiful Day. So celebrate Bald is Beautiful Day, everybody. Everybody in the tonight. Isn't it every day? Yeah, I like it. That guy gets an A for the day. I like it. Bald is Beautiful Day. I brought a couple maps today, guys, and kind of give you an idea of the first one, the first big map. This is a map of the different phases. The yellow part, right here, is phase 1. That's the one they're working on right now. They're building the footings for, and then they'll move into phase 2. The footings actually for phase 2 will be done along with phase 1 footings, but the steel and everything else will start in phase 1. Phase 3 will probably start next summer. There'll be some remodeling of some rooms inside the building. So this gives you an idea of the 3 different phases that we're going to be doing with the construction. But phase 1 is underway, and the next map I'm going to show you is it's broken down even farther, and then I can tell you kind of what's going on in each area and what dates. So I got this from Jake Miller yesterday, and they break their construction down into areas, and they start on this side. This is area A, and then they go down to B, and in the middle pink is C, and right below C is D, and then E, F, and G. It'll be on my left, your right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what's going on in each area. Area A, the footings in Area A are completed, and they're almost completed in Area B. In plumbing rough-in, is going to start next Monday on the 17th, and electrical rough-in is going to start on Monday the 24th in Area A. And the soffit demo, they're tearing off. They're actually way ahead of schedule. That was scheduled originally to be a 3-week demo, and they're almost halfway done by tomorrow after school. They'll be almost halfway done. They'll be all the way over by the chiller in the southwest corner of the building. So that's going really well. Area B, footings will be completed probably by the end of this week, and as well as soffit and fascia demo. And then plumbing rough-in will begin on Monday the 24th, and electrical rough-in will start Wednesday the 26th. So we're going to start to see things move up pretty fast in areas A and B. Then area D, which is right below the pink, footings will start on Monday the 17th, and in area F, way out here where the gym is at in this gray area, the dirt work is all done out there, and when they finish the footings in area D, they'll start footings out in area F. So that's what I know, and that's where we're at in the construction process.
So is the parking the same thing it's been for the last week and a half?
Yep, and everybody's complaining. So you know what I do?
Huh?
I ignore them.
Oh, that's good.
Because the parking will be what it's going to be. We can't change it.
Yep.
Just hopefully there's no road rage fights or anything like that.
Yep.
But it's going well, and I think it's even kind of going a little bit faster. Some parts of it are going faster than the way we originally thought. You can see, if you walk out the front door, you can see the footings going in, and a lot of cement trucks coming at the end of the day to get that stuff poured. Once the rough-in is done with electrical and plumbing, then they'll pour a cement slab over the top of that. They call that flat work.
Gotcha.
Questions?
Not for me.
Awesome.
Ms. Pearson, you got any questions for him? All right, is that all you got?
That's all I have. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to kick it on over to Claire and Faith for the announcements.
State Farm agent Susan Wakefield is here to help protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Susan Wakefield and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Welcome back to your announcements.
We're on. We're just pulling up today's announcements, hopefully. I don't want to inform you about earlier this week. That would be irresponsible of us. But it looks like that's what we might have to be doing. So, let's get started. Today is Thursday, September 13th. And the only thing that's on here that's not related to sports is the 8th grade field trip at UNL, which is rescheduled.
Yeah,
Right?
I told that was rescheduled.
So,
And then tomorrow is the senior parents night for cross country, so they are running here, so go out and support your cross country team. And the cheer clinic will be going on starting at 3:30 for the Tiny Eagles for the home football game that night.
on Saturday, there's nothing except sports, so we'll leave that to the sports people.
Alright. There are some extra cross-country t-shirts for sale. Sizes are 4 large, 4 medium, and 1 small. And go see Mr. Hilker if you are interested in one of those.
Today is the last day to take your senior picture for the activity posters in the gym. So you need to get your money, and you need to get your money turned into Miss Ludwig and your picture taken by Mr. Peterson. So don't forget to do that today. Oh, well, that is over.
Yesterday, yeah. That is, oh, that's all Tuesday, wasn't it?
No, it's
Okay, that's
next
next week.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Oak Club has concessions on Tuesday, September 18th and Tuesday, September 25th. Both dates are softball games. Please see Mr. Hoster if you can help with that shift.
I think that's it for these announcements. We'll flip on over to weather here. I don't think it's 70 right now. Might be. It's pretty warm out actually this morning. It's 70 degrees. Feels like 82. Wow, that's quite a jump.
Yeah.
But kind of windy.
Tonight should be about 68 degrees and a clear overnight, so.
Yep. And pretty much going to be pretty hot the rest of the week, so don't sweat too much, I guess. And for lunch today,
We have
13th, yep.
original beef goulash with garlic breadstick, teriyaki chicken sandwich, and a fresh baked roasted chicken sub or roasted ham and cheddar deli wrap.
All right. And there's lots of other stuff. You can get herb roasted broccoli, fruit and veggie bar, fresh baked sugar cookie. Oh yeah. Dessert's good. Dessert's good. Is that it for today?
This day.
On this day.
We already talked about it's National Ball Day.
Yeah, apparently it's National Ball Day.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling saucy, go shave your head in celebration. I think I might.
The Temple of Jupiter on Rome's Capitoline Hill is dedicated on the Idols of September.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was-
509 BC. I don't remember that. There's not really anything that interesting that happened. Oh, in 1956 today, IBM introduces the RAMAC 305, first commercial computer with a hard drive that uses magnetic disk storage. It weighs over a ton. So things have changed quite a lot since then. All right,
And then,
one more.
yeah.
Oh, day of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
Today's Quiet Day.
And Video Games Day.
Oh, Quiet Day.
Yeah.
International
Those two
Poke
things
Day.
don't go along
No,
together.
they don't.
What else is there? Chocolate Milkshake Day.
Oh, yeah. We should have brought milkshakes.
That's what
in.
we should have done.
So useless.
Yeah.
That's right. Sports time,
Yeah,
I
think we'll
believe,
keep
with
it
Dennis
going.
and Ty. It's their turn.
Torpin's Rodeo Market is located in the heart of O'Neill and has everything your family needs to stay full and happy. Torpin's always keeps their shelves stocked with fresh produce and also offers goods from local producers. Their weekly bankroll drawing offers a chance to win cash every time you shop. And every spring they give back to the community by giving away multiple senior scholarships. Torpin's Rodeo Market, the friendliest store in town and your only home-owned food store.
I'm Dennis,
And I'm Ty.
and welcome back to another sports segment. For today, for local news today, we have a CJV and varsity volleyball at GAC at 4:30.
Should be a good match for GAC, so he seems pretty good in the girls' sports categories.
We have JV and varsity softball at Clarkson Lee at 5. The varsity starts around 6:30.
And for tomorrow, we have the O'Neill cross-country invite. I'm trying to make it down to that as for they only have one home meet a year. And I think school's even being let out like 20 minutes early for that, or 10 minutes early. And we have the home varsity football game with Battle Creek at 7. So making it down to both of those would be a good thing.
Saturday we have a junior high volleyball invite at St. Mary's at 8 a.m. We also have the girls also have a Boone Central golf invite at 10 a.m. and there will be a varsity volleyball invite at Ord at 10 a.m.
And that's it for your local news here.
And for national news, the WNBA finals just ended. The Seattle Storm beat the Mystics 98 to 82.
Okay, yeah. I think that was in 3 games too, wasn't it?
I hate to say it, I didn't even know the NBA finals was happening.
WNBA finals.
WNBA finals.
I think it was in 3 games.
I have no idea. I have no knowledge about the WNBA.
And I think I can't remember her name. She's like one of the best players in the league, obviously, but she was named Finals MVP. I think it's her 3rd time.
Her?
Yes, her last name's Stewart. I can't say I follow the WNBA too much, so
the first time I saw a game was last night on ESPN.
So I always hear about it from like NBA players and the WNBA players being mad how they're not paid enough, but there's a reason why they're not watched, I guess.
I get all my WNBA news from Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, fair enough.
Off his Twitter.
And LeBron too, yeah.
The Orioles also played the Oakland A's last night in a blowout win. The Oakland beat the Orioles 10-0. All of the runs coming in the 3rd inning, 10-run inning.
I think that might have been a record too because I heard on KBRX this morning that they said some MLB records were broken last night. I'm assuming that's definitely could be one of them. 10 runs in an inning.
That is a lot of runs in an inning.
I mean, I've heard of high run or high score games, but never 10 runs in single inning, especially not even after scoring another run after that.
The 3rd inning was the only exciting inning in that game.
Yeah, no, poor fans probably just have to, for 8.5 innings just watching nothing. Even that 3rd inning probably wasn't even very fun since it got boring after 3 or 4 runs were scored. And in other sports news, did you see Kevin Hart's first pitch?
Oh yeah, his first pitch.
Man,
he went out there too, like shaking and nodding off hand signs and just chucked it right in the dirt
for a good 2 minutes. I mean, it was funny when I first started watching. It was like, all right, come on now, you gotta throw it. He got some criticism from some other celebrities too, like Ice Cube. He had some strong words to say about it, and all that kind of stuff. But that was bad. I mean, it seems like typical Kevin Hart right there.
Yeah, chucked it right in the dirt.
But yeah, no kidding. All right.
I think that'll be it for your sports today. Next, we have the FFA members, Chandra and Hannah, to explain Greenhouse Farmer.
Great Plains State Bank has been meeting the needs of its customers for nearly 100 years, offering a wide selection of flexible and competitive loan options, including personal, commercial, and ag lending. GPS is a small-town bank with big-town resources, with a full range of innovative deposit products. GPS creates strong clients and strong communities by providing valuable and trusted common-sense banking. Great Plains State Bank continues to deliver quality banking products and services that are representative of their name. GPS, great personal service.
You're on.
Hello and welcome to this episode of The Schoolyard Farmer. Well, I'm Han. I'm Shan. The first and most last week we discussed overwintering. Alright, well, last week we discussed overwintering your plants, so now we are going to need to know how to care for your indoor plants. So this week, let's discuss about how to take care of your indoor plants over the winter. The first and most obvious essential things you will need for your plant is obviously air, food, water, and sunlight. Make sure you know how much sunlight your plant specifically needs. For example, cacti requires bright lights, whereas ficus trees require indirect sunlight. So
another important thing that your plant will need is fertilizer. This helps them to maintain healthy growth, which in turn assists them in warding off pests and diseases. Just like a human, if they're healthy, then they will not get sick. A fertilizer recommended by gardeners.com is called Plant Healthcare for Seedlings and Houseplants. It contains a 6-12-6 fertilizer, humic and amino acids, and vitamins. Most houseplants should be fertilized between the months of January and September, with a few months rest in those off months. And most plants like their roots moist but not soaking wet. If you get your roots too wet, it will cause root rot and your plant will die. Most plants do come with a self-care label, so you should use this when determining how much water you should give your plant.
You don't want too much. You don't want them to become soggy, you know?
No, we do not want root rot.
No, definitely not. One major thing that can affect your houseplants is pests and dust. So you should make sure you are always planting in fertile soil. If you buy your plant from the store or bring it in for the winter, you want to make sure that you inspect your plants to ensure that they don't have pests on them. If there is, you want to cure the problem before you bring the plant indoors or around other plants. Diseases can be very contagious with plants,
just like humans.
Yeah, exactly. Each time you water your plant, you want to check the soil on both sides of the leaves to make sure there are no pest problems that have begun. If you see any, you want to make sure you take care of it right away before it gets worse with your plants.
I seriously just think my grandma was like absolutely nuts because she would have us like dusting her plants. But it turns out that this is something that can be a major problem for plants. So grandma wasn't losing her marbles after all. Dust clogs the pores of the leaves of the plant, which means the plant can't respirate properly. Dust also filters sunlight, so you won't be able to, so it doesn't get as much sunlight, which causes it to struggle with photosynthesis, which in turn can kill your plant.
Yeah, don't want that to happen.
It can also attract fun spider mites and other pests.
Yeah, we had some of those in the greenhouse last year.
Yes, we did, and it was kind of a disaster.
It was.
So to dust your plants, you should wet a soft cloth and add a little bit of insecticidal soap and wipe down the leaves. While you're doing this might be an opportune time to check the top and the bottom of the leaves and the whole plant to make sure there's no pests on it. But never, ever, ever use a feather duster to like clean your plants and dust them, because you can transport eggs and other diseases from each plant.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that.
No.
Would be really bad.
Yes, it would take a long time to eradicate that.
Yeah, it would.
So now for our favorite part of the show, we have the Species Spotlight. Today we're going to be highlighting bonsai trees and succulents. Bonsai trees and succulents are actually from the same succulent family.
Yeah, they are.
Unfortunately, we don't have a bonsai tree here today. Thank you, James Muse. And they're just like a little cute miniature tree, and you have to keep trimming the bonsai tree back, so you kind of train it to become small and miniature. But these and the tree are pretty easy to take care of. You'll want to water your bonsai tree only when it gets slightly dry. This means you should not water your tree when the soil is still wet, but only when it feels slightly dry. It's recommended you can use your fingers to check the soil. So just kind of go like this, about 1 centimeter deep. And if it's dry, you might want to give her some water.
Yeah. All right, when you bring your succulents indoors for the winter, you want to make sure that you still keep them in the indirect sunlight areas of your home, just because if they get to a point where they're not getting enough sunlight, you'll notice that your succulents leaves will start to bend and their roots will start to also bend towards the sunlight. So if you see this happening or occurring, you want to make sure that you're getting them in the light so they are getting enough sunlight, because they can be really picky about that.
So if you like take a look at this succulent, right now it's like really like pointed up towards the ceiling, but if it wasn't getting enough water, you'd see these leaves start to curl back and it wouldn't be as tall and pointy and fluffy as it is right now.
And they would start spreading out, the leaves would. So you would notice it taking a toll on your plants, so you would want to get that under control.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to watering your succulents, they like to have their roots completely soaked in water, but then they want to be drained right away. So when you're picking out your pot that you want to put your succulents in, you want to make sure that you stay away from glass containers. Like, these containers look like they're glass, but they're actually plastic. And then they also have holes on the bottom of them. I don't know if you can see that, but they have holes on the bottom so that they're drained right away. But then in a couple days, you want to make sure that you're watering your plant. I'd say either 4 to 5 days later, they want to be watered. So usually with my own personal succulents, I just lay a couple ice cubes around them, and the ice cubes will eventually melt and it soaks to the bottom of the roots, and then by the time that it gets to the roots, it's time to water them. But you know, I haven't watered my succulents in about a month and they're still thriving.
I think I'm going on about month 3 with mine.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still looking alright, I guess.
Yep, they're not dying on me anytime soon, I don't think, so that's a good sign.
Turn brown yet.
Nope. When they do, that's a problem. But
yeah.
Alright. Well, and all bonsai trees and succulents are beautiful because of their easy care and maintenance they require. People also love them, and love them so much because of how adorable they are. I mean, just look at the tiny little things. And they're actually really affordable. Like, I think I got my succulents for $3 a piece. So, I mean, that's a steal, and I mean, I haven't watered them in a month and they're still thriving, so.
I think I bought mine off the website for like $3 and they shipped in, and they still looked alright.
Yeah, I got mine in Lincoln over State FFA last year, so.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was.
Also for succulents, a ceramic pot will work fine too.
Yeah.
Really just anything besides like something really cramped that your plants might struggle to get some space.
They want a good amount of airflow in the container too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so thanks for tuning into this episode with Shan
and Han.